I'm going to talk about prison reform on a global scale with a specific focus on the use of rehabilitation in prisons and assessing if it's a method that really works. To assess prison reform globally, I'm focusing on three countries: Norway, the UK and Pakistan. Norway has the lowest reoffending rate in Europe of only 16%, and the living conditions in their prisons is the best in the world. They offer a huge variety of rehabilitation schemes. Meanwhile, the UK has quite a high reoffending rate of 47%, so the government are planning on investing more in rehabilitation programs. The situation in Pakistan is by far the worst. There is a severe lack of funding by the government, and there is a major issue of overcrowding, so the living conditions in their prisons is horrible. Their prisons have more than 35,000 inmates than their legal capacity. Believe it or not, these are actually pictures of a prison. In Norway, prison life is extremely easy, and the prisoners are handed very short prison sentences. 89% of the prison sentences are under a year. As hard as it is to believe, it works. You simply cannot dispute the fact that Norway has one of the lowest reoffending rates in the world. The judicial system in Pakistan couldn't be any more different. The system is rife with corruption, and the government has a complete lack of control on the situation. They have failed to improve the terrible living conditions or the non-existent security. The prison sentences are unnecessarily lengthy, so this worsens the issue of overcrowding. One major problem is how the Taliban break into prisons all over Pakistan to set free senior militants. This picture shows a burnt room following a particular attack in which they set free over 200 inmates. The UK legal system is very much the middle ground between Norway and Pakistan. This year, the UK government has announced plans to address the high reoffending rates. Justice Secretary Chris Grayling said the way prisoners undergo rehabilitation is a big priority. It's now part of the law that prisoners serving sentences for under a year should be forced to undertake a period of rehabilitation. The primary function of the legal system is to serve justice in a fair manner. Despite the positive figures from Norway's prison reform and the success of their rehabilitation schemes, I feel that it has the potential to jeopardise this main aim. A Norwegian, Anders Breivik, murdered 77 people in the 2011 Norway attacks, and said at his trial that he regretted not killing more people. If Breivik was tried in the courts in Pakistan or the UK, he would have definitely been given life. However, he was only sentenced to 21 years at this prison. Yep, this prison. You can't help but agree that his punishment must be more severe after his awful crimes. Although Norway's liberal prison reform is generally the most effective for preventing multiple offences, it allows the most violent and extreme offenders to be effectively unpunished. Thank you for watching, and I hope I could provide you with an introduction to some of the different methods of prison reform around the world and how successful they are.